Why hello there, Mech Smashers, Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Biotech, The First Wendigo, Episode 63, Buggy Mech Code. Right now, in here, I'm waiting for a mech boss so I can sick my zerglings on them. We're about to have a Protoss versus mech fight here as soon as the Protoss shows up to the fight. You know how the Protoss are. Slow and late to show up and all snooty and stuff. My life for ire. Well, how about you show up faster, Mr. Ire? Making me sleep over here, dude. Ah, there we are. Apocriton. There's the apocriton with his escort, his entourage. Wendy, let's go poke the ogre. It is, what, 18 o'clock? Let's have a hot meal first. And then poke the ogre. Raid time! Let me just double check that no doors are open, so that these zerglings, as I'm going to call them, actually go attack the apocriton. And yep, all my doors are closed. So we'll pop the cork on this Chardonnay. Hello, wake up. Do I really have to... Okay, burst. Yep, there you go. It's a brood war! Come forth. I hope it's not too cold. That's actually my one concern, is the ambient temperature right now is so cold that these bugs might freeze before they actually get to the apocriton. But the apocriton and its mech hive are attacking. The other thing I could do to the apocriton with Wendy is use things like Berserk Pulse, because the apocriton itself is actually pretty weak, and the apocriton is surrounded by scythers, which have no range, and militors, which have terrible range. So Wendy will be able to get real close and be able to hit berserks on these scythers. And honestly, 5 scythers killing an apocriton is... I don't even think I needed to use these bugs. But I think it's so amusing to watch them duke it out that I'm just going to chill in my little bait beacon area. Wendy, can I make you meditate here? No? I want you to meditate in that room. I'm gonna have her chill here as the human in the fight with the bugs duking it out. Really? You're attacking a pipeline section? You guys are confused. Give her a med spot? Yeah, I'll try. She's basically full Psycast power. She doesn't need it. No, she's not even doing it. Well, in my infinite laziness, forcing my enemies to fight my enemies is totally my style. I'll drink to that. My money's on the bugs. No, I don't know. The Scythers do pretty good damage. But still, my money's on the bugs. Yeah, that apocriton's freaking out already. Alright, the other thing I'm going to need is, let's pop the base open. Where are my people? So that there's a viable path for these enemies to get to me. Rise it sleeping, T-Sang. T-Sang, I don't care if you're sleeping. Wake up. And I'm going to have Wendy... Why are you in a bad... Oh, you need to recreate? The apocriton is desperately trying to resurrect the mechs, and the mechs are not killing the bugs fast enough. So the apocriton is going to lose. As I sort of thought. Oh yeah. Oh, in a big way. I mean, some nice chem fuel when they stop wiggling. You're absolutely correct. All right, thank you, T-Sang. So now there's a valid path into the base through this door. And... chemical consumption is not tired right now. So let's go and drink a beer. Because I'm going to want Wendy to start killing these bugs because I don't want to rely. There it is. The apocriton's dead. Didn't even look at it. Like a true badass, I don't look at my own explosions. So there's the nanostructuring chip that will unlock Ultra Mech Tech. And then all the other apocriton escort mechs. And now we just got to clear out the bugs. So I'm going to create a new zone here. Actually, I could get rid of the avoid zone. I don't need it anymore. Call this temp fighting. Stick my... stick these mechs over in the temp fighting. Because they have range attacks. I guess technically Pobel could be out there as well, but like Pobel's range is pretty terrible, but I'll try it. Temp fighting for Pobel as well. And then Wendy, you're going to be out there duking it out now that you're full of drugs and we're rearing to go. Ryza, I'm going to have you level up your shooting as well. Oh, Wendy, get closer. I have no idea if Pobel's... Yeah, it's doubtful that they'll ever get close enough for Pobel. Actually, given that this is a wooden wall, I'm going to have Pobel sit this one out, because that's just going to set fire to stuff that I don't want on fire. And that's going to be a bigger problem. Alright, so Wendy is playing with her food. Or with the prisoner's food, or the chem fuel food. By just messing with these guys. Do I have, I focus. But I don't have vertical pulse? Man, I need to buy vertical pulse. Because that would be devastating to these bugs. Part of me thinks that frag grenades would be particularly useful in this fight. Because they're all grouped up and they're not moving very fast. But I don't know how realistic it is to try to run and get frag grenades and come back to the fight in time. Bryza, what is your move speed? Who moves faster? I think Mass moves faster than Bryza, and also has higher aim. So I'm going to have Mass attempt to go get frag grenades, to be able to drop frag grenades on these bugs, to clear them out a little bit faster. These bugs are already mentally broken, so Berserk's not going to work. If they're regular hive bugs, they would, but they are cocoon bugs, so they're like berserked by default. So I can't re-berserk them. Much the way that manhunted animals can't be berserked. Oh shoot, they're still going for this door. Who is in position to close that? Fantasy Life, my little farm bot. You don't move very fast. Maybe one of the Scythers? Because they move faster? So, Critical Foxes. Maybe try to close that door before they get down there. Wendy, could you piss them off? Maybe you can get them chasing you. There you go. Good, good, good. I think what happened was when I did the long jump leap, it dropped her as a target, and then they all sort of got distracted and went the wrong way. Oof. All right, Mass has the grenades, so Mass, come on over. Middy's 17. One more year until Middy gets out of the vat. Because I don't want Wendy out here risking a bad mood forever. I'm going to try to have her round them up like a whirlwind barb in Diablo 2 and get them easy to just grenade to death. I'm just going to have to be careful where I throw the grenade so I don't end up throwing it on Wendy. Ooh, Mass is very hungry. Oh, that grenade was really good, though. Yeah, these grenades have been awesome. Critical Foxes, you are done. Go back to the recharge area. The other thing is I need to make sure not to obliterate the bugs beyond death, because then they won't become chem fuel. I need their corpses to exist, so I can't nuke their corpses into nothing. I mean, I can, but I shouldn't. Alright, Mass, is probably enough out of you. Switch back to your charge rifle. You've done swell. And there's only like 2 spellopees left. Unrestricted. And unrestricted. Actually, Natsu, unrestrict you as well, so that you can start butchering bugs. And we're done. That was it. So Wendy, before you have a cow, go study the nanostructure chip. Yep, every single one is incapacitated, at least for now. I'm gonna have to run around and finish them off, but Bryzit and Mass can do that. I'll set them up to 1 hunt, so that they kill the bugs that are downed but not dead out. You, my mechs, go back to recharge. Yeah, Fantasy Life, I was originally going to use you to open that door, close that door, but I thought against it eventually, realizing that you don't move nearly as fast as a Scyther. Oh, speaking of Mass. Mass! Thanks for all the gifted subs, holy cow. Cheers! Alright, I think I'm going to continue with jump packs, because there's not much that I'll immediately use in the Ultra Mech Tech tree without additional components. Keeping Hillary. She is paralyzed. No, it's a duck? It's a paralyzed duck for 25 days. Do we keep Hillary the duck? Yes or no? What a silly quest. Alright, there's the poll. You can vote. The rewards again was Honor, glitterworld meds, or Burden Side Trainer. I already have Burden, by the way. And there goes the apocriton. The make chem fuel from bugs, I'm going to keep on all the time, because we're going to be making a lot of chem fuel, I suspect. Oh, thank God. Is high psychic drunner male, not female? I was worried for a second. If it was female, it would have driven Wendy up wazoo, because her psi sensitivity is probably pretty high now. 145, yeah. She's psi sensitive and with psychofluid rush. That would have been bad. Drill arms are done. Well, Mikey, next time you go to sleep, you're going to wake up and you're going to look very different. So if you want to... Oh! He might not... This isn't actually the way the game works, but it might be a little difficult for him to fertilize ovum, if you know what I mean, with 2 drill arms. He's going to look a bit like a bee drill. Or Zipper Man. He's going to look like Zipper Man. 2 very different references there. A Beedrill Zipperman. Wendy, you are shredding mechs? No, I guess technically your smith is over research. Let me fix that. All right, looks like Hillary the Duck is joining us. What reward? Honor, glitter, meds, or use burden side trainer. And then I'll have you vote on the next priority. Because we definitely killed that apocriton, so it don't count no more. Steph's about to have first growth event. Steph is 2, pushing 3. T saying, I'm going to have to brain fuzzy, aren't I? Boy, that barely works. Does not move the noodle very much. Unfortunately, that crashed my psi focus. I'll have to spend a little time getting that back up. It's about to have a cow as well, due to the drunner, but I don't think I'm going to use brain fuzz on him. Getting aluminum foil hats would be really nice. I just don't, I'll call in Inalor for a trade caravan, but I haven't had a lot of opportunity for the foil helmets. I mean, I did mention that I was looking for them, but they just don't show up very often. What was I looking for? The sleeping spot. I'll make it out of steel. So T-Sang, Mike, and Bryzit, y'all get a little bit of a vacation because of how crazy you're about to be. Steph's a child. Remain a colonist. Did Steph... Don't we normally get a trade at 3? Or is that 7, 10, 13? No, it's 7, 10, 13. Never mind. Just, you're a child at 3. Took my brain a second to realize. All right, glitter meds. Here we go. That's a lot of fuel for an entire shuttle for one duck. Pretty abused duck at that. All right, here you guys go. Next priority vote is right here. Vat grow additional eggs, work towards the glitter wand, obtain another mech link, improve the defenses, head to an ancient complex, fight a mech boss, clear ancient dangers, or viewer suggestions. When is the next egg harvest? 2 days. And no one viable for gene harvest. Duck's gonna freeze outside? Well, good. It's not outside. it's sitting here in the duck box that I made. It's fine, in other words. I'm not gonna get ducked by not doing that quest. I mean, docked. Clearly, I misspoke. T-Sing has tattered apparel. What is tattered on you? Collar. Toque. Oh, like kind of everything. So tribal wear made out of, let's say, bison wool. Toque made out of bison wool. Slave collar made out of, it doesn't matter. I'll do steel, because I have a lot of it. Changing when they take off their clothing. So it's a little bit more obvious when it's tattered. Because in T-Sing's case, there was no reason to get as low as we got. Really? The slave collar's masterwork? That's just insult to injury. So the body strap is 57%. It's, I guess, fine for now. But I'll make another one just because that one's going to be a problem sooner than later. Let's make the body strap out of just regular old cloth. I don't want to waste my wool for it because it requires a lot of resources. I like how it's warning me of animal filth for an animal that won't be moving likely for 34 days, but is only here for 25. It's like, game, this isn't the problem that you say it is. It is, in fact, not really a problem at all. Yet you're blowing your warning sirens. Alright, the psychic droner's gone, so... wonderful recreation hour is over. Also, MIDI was a night owl, right? Yes, MIDI is a night owl, so I'm just going to preemptively put MIDI on a night owl schedule before I forget. Would straw matting the prison make it less messy? Yes, but it would also make it hyper flammable. I could straw mat it if I could grow straw easily, but straw or hay grass is not something you can grow hydroponically. So it would be really annoying. I would have to find a fertile spot somewhere on the map, which, as you can see, there really isn't any. I'm in a ice sheet. And grow hay outdoors somehow, and then harvest it to be able to floor with it. Only for it to become a burning inferno if anyone decides to set fire to anything. Is probably not a great idea. That, and I have a robot that cleans, so... it's creating a problem for a solution I don't need. I think. Looks like we're going to head to another mech link. Obtain a third mech link. So there's a few different ways to do this. One way is for Wendy to do it. Go out to the Mechanitor complex, clear it, easily, quickly, and then shuttle back. And another way is to actually send Bryzit to do it himself, which I kind of like that because he has to do his own work, which is something that we would believe in. So before Bryzit leaves, let's get him to fertilize some eggs, just in case he croaks. So this is a cold tolerant, reduced pain, viable candidate for growing. This one is reduced pain, again, viable candidate for growing. And this one is cold tolerant, robust, another viable candidate. And this is robust, cold tolerant, another viable candidate. 4 viable candidates. Like I said, when you have a subset of genes, you pretty much are guaranteed to pass down some sort of subset of those. And given that all of his genes, 3 of his genes that he can pass down are ones that Wendigos want, he's a really good... He has a unique ability to fertilize eggs that could become vat-grown soldiers, given his xenogenes. So that worked. All right. If I am sending you out, I don't want you to go naked. Perfect. Recon armor. 42 and tattered, but it doesn't matter. It's good enough. Oh, is this better? Nah, 9.7. Is there any other recon armor here? It's really hard to tell. I don't think so. Alright, so I'm going to force wear this just for the excursion, for the extra protection, and then as far as a helmet goes, we'll take this marine helmet. 4%? Oh god. Is there better? I don't think there's much of a point to wear a 4% helmet. At that point, it's just like a strip of metal down your nose. I don't see better. Or healthier. This is one of the reasons why I desperately need to find underground. Whoa! 98%! Hold on. Before I send you off, let me get at least my first deep drill scan found. Because we're guaranteed and... No, come back there. Don't piss me off. Or I'll eat you. Someone in the kitchen has a metal helmet? No. Not as far as I could see. Alright, and Mitty is out. So Mitty is going to be the brawler. Souped up brawler. Guaranteed. There we go. Gold? Cool. Okay. All right. Let's do it this way. Mike. Go mine that out. Before we do that, I just realized, Mike, you don't have your arms. Yet. I'd also say that the slaves should probably sleep in the hallway, and colonists will sleep in the bedrooms. So I'll get that changed soon. So as soon as Bryzit wakes up from his slumber, we'll send Bryzit out to get his own mech link. And hopefully he succeeds. Or otherwise it's a loss of a mech link. Yeah, rite of passage, exactly. Wendy doesn't believe in freebies. So. And Mike looks all set up to do mining. Cute cat. Man, you really want to draw the ire of my audience. I'm not offended, but I'm not the only one you need to be concerned about. Well, gold is a really handy first deep drill, because if there's a royal tribute collector caravan, I can turn the gold into honor, which is a pretty handy thing to be able to do. All right, let's get you supercharged and off on your way. So the worry here, well, Mass, drop your Insanity Lance. Bryzit is kind of defenseless a little bit because of a lack of melee skill, or shooting skill rather, and only melee skill, but happens to have an SMG. But meleeing your way through an ancient complex is also equally dumb. So there's just a lot of vulnerabilities here, but I'm okay with that. So Bryzit is headed out with... I'm going to probably have to send extra meals, but 3.5 days worth of food. I'll also send you with some meds, not that you know how to use meds. I'll give you go juice just in case, and some medicine. Egg time in about 13 hours. And here he goes. Now, the other issue that he has is I didn't cook him until he's 18. So if you take a look at his movement speed, because he's a teenager, he moves 5% slower compared to Midi. Midi won't move at full speed, but Midi is 18 and doesn't have that movement speed penalty. There's an advantage to cook them until they're 18, even though they're basically adults. At 13, they do have movement speed penalties and some other penalties as well. Predictions? It's a little too late to... I should have done a prediction ahead of time. But because there's not enough time to actually run the prediction, I won't. Oh, well, okay, yeah. Case in point. I already found the mech link. Done! I have noticed that the pod tends to be in the middle of the facility. So if you drill to the middle, like I just did, going through the walls, you tend to find it pretty early on. And I got a lifter for it. Sorry, dude. You're dead. I think what I'm going to do here is rip up a little floor for cloth to bring home. Try to make Godmother Wendy proud. And you're being ambushed by pod drop raiders who are landing there. Okay. Never mind. Oh! They're Scythers and Militors. Alright, stand there for a sec. Oh, they're coming in? Oh, they use doors? That's just rude. Alright, let's get moving. Ouch, leave me alone. Yeah, he is gonna go down. God, I don't have the transport pod up. Scythers, fight one another. Piss off. There we go. Run to the edge. Wendy, you get this up. And we'll be able to self-tend. The Go Juice was the right call because the Go Juice allows him to ignore the bleeds for now. Able to get to the edge of the map. But what I need to do is I need to send medical help. Maybe I'll send T-Sang in the pod. Got greedy? Exactly. I wasn't expecting them to drop down on me like that. And then, due to the fact that he is as one deconstruct skill, I wasn't able to get through the walls and myself out in time. But, alright. Enter the workshop. So, he should start to automatically self-tend, and I have 5 hours and 19 hours of Go Juice. So if I send T-Sang out with, let's say, 25 meals. Oops, that's not what I meant to click. 25 meals. Should be able to get home. No problem. Come on, T-Sang, hop in. Because the only thing you don't want is, you don't want someone who's alone on caravan to collapse, because what ends up happening is they are lost. They just disappear. So now that T-Sang's with Bryzet won't suffer that consequence, because he is backup. Although an unattended slave is a really bad thing to have too. At least it's not, like, immediately fatal. And I already have meds out here, so that's not a problem either. I sent meds. So, he's already patched up. And they are heading home. Vote for priority. So, one thing that I would suggest, to put my thumb on the scale a little bit, is if I was to kill some Diaboluses, I could design Bryzet or Mass, depending on which one, to take the load of Mech controller. So that would be fighting mech bosses, number 5. And that would reduce Wendy's responsibility as mech controller and offload it to either Bryzet or Mass. But for that to work well, I need 2 array headsets, so I'll get the array headsets made once T-Sang's home. Actually, you know what? Wendy, you can make them. You're a pretty good crafts person. Oh my god, she works fast. Wait, that's the headset? You're done? What the hell? Oh my god. Well, there they are. So that will be for Mass and Bryzet, however this pull ends up. But the advantage of killing the mech bosses is I could get I'll just show you. I could get the bandwidth packs, which is a utility item which won't decay, and that will allow me to control a lot more mechs without problem. In fact, if I wanted to get rid of the tattered apparel for the Mech Commander helmet, I could just wear the array headset for now with Wendy. But I don't think I really need to go that route at the moment. Oh, here's the apocriton getting shredded. 1 apocriton for 15 steel seems to me like a bit of a rip, but whatever. Yeah, I was robbed. It's okay. Oh, T-Sang, you are quite cold. I don't know if I can do anything about that. given the current equipment allowed. I'll just have to keep an eye on it. If he really doesn't get too cold, I can throw the recon armor on temporarily. But the problem with throwing recon armor on is it will lower his suppression, so when he gets home, I'll have to beat him up a little. I don't mind that, but it's not super efficient. So, Mindy, you are up in 1 second. Fancy that timing. Damn. And here comes my exotic goods. So here's Mitty gearing up. And another thing that I might need to add is additional superchargers. Because we've added a whole lot of people, but not extra chargers. Yo, Brasario, thank you for the resub. And Happy New Year to you too. So, Minnie, I'm going to give you right now a breach axe, because that's the best I can manage. But hopefully I get better weapons for you soon. Oh, shoot. Oh, this is such a rip. Are you kidding me? I call in a trade caravan and they're like, it's too cold. And it's like, dudes, you were here for like 10 seconds. I don't know if I can get to him in time. No, because my heat is already overheated. Get back here, you jerks. I mean, Wendy just, like, teleported across the map in the time it took this dude to move, like, 10 paces. But I would have to go overheat. Yeah, I will. Oh, it's not going to be worth it. I got it in time! No! What? Ah! Swear to God. You're gonna have a burning paper bag of dog dump on your doorstep because you guys left. So rude. Worst trade partners ever. Well, now that I'm down to just one in the pod, I definitely could start another egg up. And she has a psychic breakdown, so that's going to be a bit of a oof for 2 days. Lower consciousness. Luckily, I can just get a supercharge and kind of ignore it. Yeah, Wendy overheated, massive raid time, exactly. So, fight a mech boss is the next thing that you guys want me to do. Copy that. Diaboluses? Diaboli? I don't know. It's sort of pseudo-Greek, so I'm not sure what the plural would be. I'm going to go with Diaboluses. Alright, T-Sang, you are not... You're still hypothermic a little bit, 10%. So I'll wait until you're 0%. Ryzet took off the armor and gave it to T-Sang. So, Mitty, you don't have any work to do. Yes, that's because haul and clean is not scheduled at all. But you're essentially just a murderer. It's your only responsibility. In fact, where is the melee? Here it is. Level 20. All you do is you kill. Make you a shield belt with T-Sang. Once T-Sang's home. And you're just going to be responsible for doling out the slaughters. If I could get good melee weapons, that would be terrific. But I'm not going to hold my breath. Because I know that the chances of me getting a monosword are pretty low. Or a Zeus hammer or something like that. That's what I would like. And probably that Exotic Goods had it. And then they're like, yeah, we're out. Which is a good reminder that anytime that they ever show up, I should trade immediately and not delay. So if I wanted to cook another egg... It wouldn't be terrible to cook this egg, Melee damage, fast wound healing are, let me put up the screen, are two of the genes that I want. And fast wound healing is not represented in any current colonist. So Rurif cross Mike might be a good one. This one has 2 genes as well. This is another 2 gene. This is a 2 gene. That's non-viable. This is also... Oh, no, this is non-viable because of the Trotter hands. The Pearl is Dabolus's. Thanks. This is another 2 gene. It has cold tolerance. Cold tolerance is represented by Midi and Mike. No, yeah, Mike. No, not Mike. Bryzit. So, yeah, that's not that important. Cold tolerant robust. So I think it's going to be that, it's going to be the Rurif cross Mike. But before I actually decide on that, let me do another batch of egg harvest, because maybe we end up with someone even better. Because it just occurred to me that all of these prisoners are up for another egg. Oh, except for Husk. Oh, 2 hours. Well, whatever. How's the Gene project going? Pretty good. The game's actually been oddly calm this stream. Manhunter Pack. Of course. Behind the walls. Is my door closed? It is closed. Walls. So the issue that I'm going to have is these guys that are walking in are going to walk into something nasty. I have to be careful about that. But Wendy. Call in a Dabolus. I'm going to see if these Megasloth can be encouraged to fight the Diabolus for me. So I'm going to wall up all entrances into the base except for one. That way I can very easily control where the Diaboluses go. I jinxed myself. It was 1 second, a fraction of a second. Like, it was ridiculous. The timing on that was absurd. Technically, this is behind the walls. Oh, Mike has mined out to his gold spot, too. Yeah, let's have him start with that. Also, it looks like my components are terrible, so let's make these with any worker and any worker, because Wendy can start working on that, too. Just got... Oh, Kish is building that. Okay. So now this is the only doorway into the base, which means all of the Megasloths will congregate here, and hopefully the Diabolus comes before the Megasloths lose interest, and that becomes a bit of a showdown with me witnessing. What was the Manhunter? It was 12 Megasloths. Against Diabolus, it's probably better to be swarmy than tanky, but whatever, I'll take what I can get. Thank you for tuning in to The First Wendigo, which originally streamed live on Twitch January 1st. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my gaming community, Rhadamant.com also has a link to Discord, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. A special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much for watching, and I'll catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Wendigos,